Join me as I show you how to make Vlad's Coffin Ring Box. Your kit will have 2 sheets of adhesive velvet. One is about 3.5 inches by 7.5 inches. The other is a strip that is 3 inches by 18 inches. A coffin template, 9 foam noodles of 5/8 of an inch in diameter, cut to 3 inches each, 1 wooden coffin box, 16.5 inches of 1 inch white ruffle ribbon trim, 16.5 inches of 1/4 of an inch of metallic braid lace trim, a 1.6 inch fat charm pendant, silicone glue, black metallic paint that is thinned out. You will also need scissors, a hot glue gun, a paintbrush, and a permanent marker. This project takes about 1 to 2 hours to complete, but the result is worth it. Start by turning the coffin box so that it opens to the right, like so. Take note of which part of the coffin is the top. Paint the inside, the sides, and the top only. Leave the bottom unpainted. After the first layer dries, add a second and a third layer of paint. Wait for the paint to dry in between and after the final layer. Your coffin should look like this. It will open to the right and the bottom should not have as much paint. Flip the coffin to have the bottom side facing up. Grab the sheet that is about 3.5 by 7.5 inches. There should be an outline already on the backside of the velvet. Cut out the shape. Peel the paper from the velvet and place it onto the bottom of the coffin. Smooth it down, then trim off the excess material. Next, open the coffin, get the template, the foam noodles, and the marker. Starting at the top, place the noodle over the template and mark the angle of the coffin onto the noodle. It will look something like this. Remember, you can always cut more length, but you cannot add length. Try the noodle inside the coffin to see how it fits. This one looked too bumpy, so I trimmed it more. Remember to keep the angles of the sides when trimming. Then I tried it again, and it fit better. As you can see, the noodle may not fit inside the template, but it should be close. Now number the noodle on the top left and number the spaces 1 through 9 on the template. Once you finish with the noodle, leave it inside the coffin. Repeat this process with all 9 noodles. Next, you will see how I did noodles 2 through 4. I found it easiest to mark the noodles when they're inside the coffin. The coffin should look like this when you're finished. Now remove the first noodle, mark the top and the corresponding number on the left side like so. Mark all 9 noodles. This will be useful for when you start wrapping the noodles in velvet. Get the velvet strip that is 3 by 18 inches. It should be marked for 9 rectangles that are under 2 inches each. Cut along the lines, have them ready for the next step. Take the noodle and place the velvet around it. There may be a gap, and that is okay. Just make sure that the gap is on the bottom of the noodle. This way it won't be visible when it gets glued. Peel the paper in small sections and carefully wrap the noodle. Maintain pressure on the velvet for a few seconds. Trim the excess on both sides. Store the wrapped foam noodle in the coffin. Wrap all 9 noodles this way. You might notice that the foam noodle isn't fitting as well when it's wrapped or when you're wrapping. It happened to me on my third one. I trimmed it and it fit better after that. Remember, you can always make slight changes along the way. Your foam should look like this after it's wrapped. Plug in the hot glue gun, let it heat up. Remove the first 4 noodles. Start with the first noodle. You can glue the noodles by placing the glue on the bottom of the box and placing the foam on top in the correct orientation. Or you can place the glue on the noodle, then place it into the box. Glue all the noodles in order. Remember, if you forget which orientation your noodles go, always look at the template that you numbered and check that the number is on the correct side of your box before you glue it down. Once the first few are glued, take out the next few noodles, then start gluing again. This helps to give you space to work with. For the last one, when placing the noodle, gently push up the other foam noodles inside the box to make room. Then place the foam like so. While that dries, close the coffin. Turn the coffin so that the hinges are facing up. Get the ruffle ribbon. Place a bit of glue along the edge of the bottom of the box as shown in the video. Press the top of the ruffle ribbon on top of the glue. The top of the ribbon should line up with the edge of the bottom section of the box. Add glue in small sections, pressing the ribbon along the outer edge until you get to the clasp. While the clasp hinge is up, we will glue the ribbon along the curve of the hardware. Place a dot of glue on the left screw and place the ribbon. Hold it in place until it dries. Place another dot on the right screw. Guide the ribbon around the clasp and onto the glue. It should line up with the edge again. Continue to glue along the edges like before. Even glue over the screws on the back hinges. Finish by tucking in the frayed edge and gluing it down. Check that the box still opens and closes. Starting on the back side where the hinges are, glue the metallic braid trim along the top edge of the lid like in the video. Like with the previous ribbon, place the glue in small sections and press the trim into the glue. The ribbon should go around the perimeter of the lid. Glue the frayed edges down. Find a place for the pendant. I liked mine at the center of the upper section of the coffin. Glue it down and press it in place until it dries. And you're finished. This is the perfect eternal resting place for your jewels. Enjoy and stay spooky.